guys, it's Jessica with Chapter Chicks, and today I am here to do my birthday book haul. I ordered a lot of books off of the book outlet, and I spent so little amount of money. I got a huge box of like a zillion books at least, and I only spent like $70 on the book outlet, and that included the $10 shipping fee. So I spent like $60 and got like 13 books or something like outrageous like that. And then I ordered a few off of Amazon because while the book outlet is amazing in prices, its selection is a lot smaller than Amazon, but that's because they have way discounted books. Like I got some of these hardbacks for like $2, which is outrageous. So I did amazing for my birthday. I'm so excited for the amount of books that I got, and I can't wait to show them to you guys. So the first thing that I got is The 100 by Cass Morgan. I don't know if you guys know anything about this book series, but I've been really into the TV show lately. I've watched almost all of it. I'm halfway through the episode before the season finale, and I'm filming this on the day that the season finale happens, so I'm really excited, really pumped, and really ready to see what happens. I need some Bellamy and Clark action, but I have already read this one. I've been waiting for another package to arrive before I film this video, but it doesn't seem like it's going to get here anytime soon, so I'll just add that in later. But I went ahead and already read this, and I really enjoyed it, but there are a lot of differences between the book and the show. So I'm going to do an entire video about that because a lot of people seem to be watching this, and I think it's really interesting the changes that the CW made for the show. The next book that I got is Mistle Child, and this is by Ari Burke. This is the second book in the Undertaken trilogy, and I have the first book but have yet to read it. But this book was only like $2, and I thought, hey, I might as well get it because I have the first one. I intend on reading it. It looks amazing. It's called The Death Watch, and it's about basically this person who has to be the Grim Reaper. So I don't want to read what this one's about because I haven't read the first one yet. But for like $2 or $3 or whatever this was, I didn't buy anything that was over $5 except for one book. I thought I would go ahead and get it even though I haven't read it because you can't beat that price. Same deal with this next sequel that I'm about to show you. Blood and Starlight, Days of Blood and Starlight by Laini Taylor. This is the second book in the Daughter of Smoke and Bone. I've heard nothing but good things about this series, so when I saw that this was on there for a cheaper price, I knew I was going to buy it anyways and had to have it in my collection, especially for that deal. So again, I don't know anything about the series, so I can't read the second one. Sorry, this is going to be horrible synopsises. The next thing that I basically got because of the cover, but then also was intrigued by the synopsis. And it is, my name is Mina, and I love the night. Anything seems possible at night when the rest of the world has gone to sleep. And this is by David Almond. He wrote Skellig, which I've actually never read Skellig, but when I was in high school, my last name, or when I was in high school, just in high school, none of the rest of my time. Before I got married, my last name was Skelly. So every time I was on library day at school, people would see Skellig, and then they'd be like, oh, Jessica, blah, blah, blah. You know, really clever kids. And this is basically like a journal kind of writing style, and there's pictures, and there's this whole black section that I don't know what that's about. Mina in the Underworld is what it's titled, though. The next thing that I got was A Wrinkle in Time Trilogy by Madeline L'Engle. I'm not going to say that right. I'm sorry that I'm butchering her name. I know that this is a beloved series. I've actually heard bad things about this book. I don't think Stacey enjoyed it at all. But I'm pretty sure... Oh my gosh, no, this is not the whole thing. But this is a bind-up of the first 3 books in the trilogy, and it was only $8, and I thought, one day I'm going to want to read this, and since I haven't heard great things, I don't want to purchase the series individually and accrue a bunch of money put into it. So hopefully I'll be able to get the next 2 or 3 that are in it quintet. Time quintet it is. So there's 5. So hopefully I'll be able to get a duology of the other 2. I don't know anything about this either. I also got Ender's Game. This is by Orson Scott Card. Orson Scott Card is one of those writers that I haven't read yet, but I've heard really good things about all of his books. And then I also accidentally watched the movie of this. I'm pretty sure it's loosely based, but I really enjoyed the movie, even though I guess I'm going to be kind of spoiled now. But I thought that this would be a good Orson Scott Card book for me to pick up because it's relatively small compared to some of his other books, like Pathfinder, I think is the other one that I own of his. I'm definitely really looking forward to getting into this book and seeing if it's anything like the movie. I also got Masque of the Red Death by Bethany Griffin. This is about the plague. It's set in the time period of the plague, and this girl is basically in this debutante club, but it ends up being a lot more than that. There's boys involved, and love, and mystery, and secrets worth dying for, and all that cheesy goodness. I'm hoping that I really like this. When it first came out, I heard some good things about it, and have just never picked it up. Ooh, that's pretty. The chapter titles have little wisps of smoke. But, you know, this is going to just be, I'm thinking, one of those quick reads that has an interesting storyline, different but the same as most storylines, so I'm excited to check this one. I also got Starters by Lissa Price. So this is about, it's kind of a dystopian world, post-apocalyptic, this is kind of set in a dystopian post-apocalyptic world where there were spore wars, which I'm guessing is biological warfare. Spores are crazy. I'm in microbiology right now, and whoa, spores are insane. It's about this girl, and she's trying to protect her young family. The spore wars killed everyone between the ages of 20 and 60, and the elder people can rent out the bodies of the younger people with like a microchip. But not Lissa, that's the author. Callie is the main character. Her microchip malfunctions, and she's stuck in the life of the elder who rented out her body, basically. So, I don't know what that's all about, but Stacy really liked this, and I saw it on there for like $2, so I thought I would check it out. Also, for those of you who are interested in buying these books, this was a scratch and dent copy that I got, and it's not scratched or dented. There's a line at the bottom, and there's like one little tiny dent at the bottom, so I'm not going to shy away from buying scratch and dent copies from there. I also got Every Day by David Levithan. I always say David Leviathan. I got Every Day by David Levithan. The only book I've read of his is Will Grayson, Will Grayson, which was co-written with John Green. So I really, really enjoyed that book, and I wanted to check out another David Levithan book. Every Day seems amazing. It's about a boy who wakes up in a different person's body every day, and he has to discover who that person is every single day and try to live their life. And wow, that sounds amazing. It kind of reminds me, though it's nothing like Five People You Meet in Heaven by, who's that by? I have no idea who that's by. Ooh, the tagline is different. It says, every day a different body, every day a different life, every day in love with the same girl. So I don't know how that plays into it. I didn't read the love aspect of it in the synopsis, but I'm really interested to read this. It's probably going to be something I pick up really soon. I also got Hidden by PC and Kristen Cast. Wow, this book series is still going on. I don't understand it. I heard through the grapevine, one of my friends has actually caught up with the entire series, that they've actually written the last book now. Like, they're done, at least with like the main story. And like, thank God, that's the truth. I hate this series. I actually have like a love-hate relationship with the series because I've stuck with it for so long that I feel dedicated to it, but I'm so tired of it. But I saw this on there for like $2, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get that while I can because I'm not gonna pay full price for these books anymore. They're expensive, they're hardbacks. I'd like to keep up with the hardbacks, so yeah. I'm glad I got this on there. It was definitely a steal because I did not want to pay full price for this. The next book that I got is The Nightmare Affair by Mindy Arnett. I've heard really, really good things about this book. It's about a young girl, what's her name? Dusty, who goes to this special magical academy, like 50% of YA books do. And it's a little different though because she is actually a nightmare. She brings nightmares to people, but one day she comes across a nightmare that is very scary because it's a nightmare, and it actually comes true. So Dusty has to kind of place some clues together, trying to figure out and stop this horrific thing from happening. So I don't know about that one, but I don't know about the synopsis I gave, but it sounds really good, and I've heard really good things about it. Plus it has trees on the cover. I love trees. Okay, so the next thing that I got is Monstrous Beauty, and this is by Elizabeth Fama. I haven't heard anything about this book. I want to find a mermaid book that I like. For some reason, I thought I had picked this up in Joseph Beth, and it sounded like something different, but I guess that is a different book because this sounds just like every other mermaid book ever. It's about a girl, falls in love with a boy, there's an ancient thing going on, and she has to figure it out, and it's just like every other mermaid book in the world. Somebody needs to write a good mermaid book. So, the cover's really gorgeous of this though. There's like flowers on it, and all this crazy stuff going on, so I still am going to give it a chance because maybe they did it in a good way, different way, I don't know. But the story is pretty much set like every other mermaid book. This was an accidental purchase. I thought it was something else, but oh well. The next thing that I got is No One Else Can Have You by Kathleen Hale. This is about a small town where murders start taking place. The cops have no idea what to do with the murders, so the girl's best friend takes it upon herself and the diary of the murdered girl to figure out what happened. I love books like this. I love books about small towns because I'm from a small town. I love books about murders and mysteries and things like that because they're really interesting. So I thought that I might enjoy this. Plus the cover's really cute. It's a sweater, but one of them is murdered. So the next thing that I got is Glow by Amy Kathleen Ryan. I'm not exactly sure what is going on in this book, but it's basically about this girl and she lives on a spaceship. She's one of the first people born on the spaceship. It's kind of like where there was something happened on Earth and people couldn't live there anymore, so they sent the human race to Earth to save themselves, and eventually they were planning on going back to Earth, I think. And she's one of those people set to be a leader, but something goes awry. I'm sure she falls in love with someone in a lower class or something like that. And yeah, the cover's gorgeous, and I am really into space books right now and survival books. So hopefully this will be one of those and will be really good. I also got The Girl of Nightmares by Kendari Blake. I didn't know this was in hardback, which kind of disappoints me because my first one, Anna Dressed in Blood, is in paperback. But oh well, this cover is gorgeous, the book's gorgeous. I've read the first one of this and really enjoyed it, so I wanted to pick up the second one. And they had it in there, and I was like, well, you know what, might as well get that. It's about a ghost hunter boy who meets this ghost who's different than any other ghost. It's just the general worst synopsis you can get for that. The next thing that I got is Not a Drop to Drink by Mindy McGinnis. And this is about a world, post-apocalyptic, dystopian, I don't know, world where water is very scarce. But this young girl happens to have a pond on her land and she has to defend said pond from people trying to take it. Is basically the layman's version of what this is about, I'm guessing. So, yeah. I've actually heard bad things about this, but I wanted to check it out for myself and see what was going on because, like, this cover is really pretty. So, those are all the books that I got on the book outlet. I love that website. I plan on shopping there forever. Oh, I also got a $5 off coupon for my next time I go to book outlet. So that's amazing because not only did I get such a deal in the first place, now I also have $5 free, which is a book or two on the website. So that's pretty cool. I also got some books on Amazon that I'm going to talk about next. The first one being The Infinite Sea by Rick Yancey. I just finished the 5th wave and really, really enjoyed it, so I wanted to pick up the second one so I can stay caught up with the series as it comes out. And it's about the first one is about an alien invasion, so that's all I'm going to say about that. I also got a Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. I've been putting this book off for a really long time because I wanted a certain cover, and then I just gave up on finding the certain cover and wanted to read it. Although now I'm terrified of reading it. It has put Stacy in one of the biggest reading slumps of her life. I think I'm going to save this bad boy for summer when I have nothing else going on. Otherwise, it's going to take me until summer to finish. I also got the Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. I bought this knowing nothing about the book, besides that it had one of the prettiest covers I've ever seen. A lot of people on Le Booktube have been reading it and enjoying it, I think. So, hopefully it wasn't a bad purchase. But it was on my Amazon suggestions of something I would like, and I was like, sure, why not Amazon? And then I ended up seeing it all over Booktube. So, hopefully it's really good. I don't know what it's about. I want to go into it blind, so I'm not going to read what it's about to you. To figure it out for yourselves, people. What do you think I am? Now, the books that I am expecting is the Mistborn Trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. I do already have a box set of it signed, but it's the mass production paperback copy, and I really wanted the nice, pretty set. It would have taken too long to come in before the signing, so I settled with that one. But to actually read the story, I want the pretty set. So it's the UK version, and they're white and wispy and pretty, and so I ordered it. It's only like $30 on Amazon for all 3 books, which is really normally priced. So I wanted to pick it up as soon as possible, and I did, and it's still not here yet, and I'm really disappointed about it, but it is what it is. I'm really excited for all the books that I got. My TBR pile and my bookshelves are just like filling up in so many ways that I can't control, but that is it for the book haul. I'm going to go ahead and end it before I just yammer on and make this video longer than it has to be. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya!